Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My room was a zoo, and I just want to show you how to handle ball pythons and the care behind them. So when you take them out of the cage, you want to be really confident and not scared. And when you pick them up, this isn't the right way, but you want to have their head and tail supported. So I can't get a good angle with this. Yeah, I'm gonna put my phone down. Hopefully you can see this. So you want to make sure the tail is supported and the head is supported like that. Because you don't want to hold them by the tail because that will hurt. Definitely want to hold them by the head because you'll be very happy about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the handling. And ball pythons are relatively nice. I mean, of course there's always some out there that aren't. But where I got hurt, I got one. Her name's Courtney from where I work. So every time someone would come in and ask to hold a snake, she would be the one to give it because that's how nice she is. And put this all back together, I'll show you the care of this guy here. On the ground, yes. Alright. So alrighty. What you want to have with these guys is a deep soaking water dish. So there's just enough water that their thick part of the body can be completely emerge. Mine might be a little bit overboard, but I want to try to feed them fish at some point. It's gonna have a good substrate, like really absorbent. I mean, you can go two ways. You can go racking system, which is then you probably don't want to do this. You probably want to paper towels or something. But if you're having like me, just to have as a nice family pet, you probably just want to have this a nice absorbent. And I'm not going to go too into the racking system. What a racking system is, it's like kind of, that's not really a racking system, but what it is like you'd have sweater, how do I say it? Sweater buckets, and they'll slide in like something like this. And the snakes will be in there. You have lots of snakes and all that, but you can't really see them that much. So that's why I don't have a racking system and a whole lot more. That you could probably have a whole lot more animals that way. But I just want to have it as a nice pet. I'm sorry. But again, you have nice substrate so it can absorb the water. You can kind of see it's absorbed all over here. And yeah, going back to the water dish, a big water dish so it can evaporate and really humidify the tank. You also want to make sure you have she's going in there right now, a big enough little hide wooden log something to hide in. Make sure it's big enough. This one is just big enough. I mean, I should have gone a little bit bigger, but this should be good. I mean, she can curl up in it. That's the name. Ball python. They can turn to like little ball. And also, you want to make sure you have a nice climbing area for them. Make sure they can get basking up there, and they can just climb and hide, whatever they want to do. But yeah, so you want to make sure you have a heated side of the tank, so this side's heated, and this side is cooler. And now the water on the cool side, so they're just sitting up there all night, starting to keep warm. And like, okay, in the morning, I'm really warm. I gotta cool off and go to the cold area with the big old soaking water dish. So, yeah, and I'd recommend a red heat light. In my tank's about 20-gallon. You make sure you have like a 20-gallon tank for them. If they're babies, you can start smaller, but she probably can fit in a 10-gallon. I got a 20-gallon because she's gonna grow into it. But yeah, going back to the heat lamp, you want to have, I recommend a red one because they can't see red. You can't, so it just light from that light over there, the entire tank. They can't see red. It's just heat for them. It's kind of, yeah. And so it will affect you at night because you want to keep this lamp on all the time. It might affect you at night, like my bed right here. I mean, I just gotta turn the other way and I still ignore it, honestly. But You also want to make sure you have a hydrometer and a temperature gauge. In my tank, the humidity is a little low because the water, I just got the water in there, so it's going to be kind of low. But you want around 50% to 40% and maybe 60. You don't want much higher or much lower because it'll be too warm and too dry in the tank if it's either. And also, you want to make sure it's at 80 degrees in the tank, which, let's see, it's a little below. It's like 78 in mine, but that's okay. You also want to make sure the basking, so right underneath it, is like high 80s. The low side of the tank, you want to make sure it's like 70s. Not 70s. High 70s, low 80s, in that range. And going back to the tank size, you could use a 20-gallon for, well, that's what, eventually you need to get 20-gallon. But you don't need it right off the bat. You know, like a 10-gallon. She could be in a 10-gallon like that over there. But I got a bigger one. That's pretty much all I need to talk about or want to talk about. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. I will answer every single question you guys ask. And make sure you like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.